take this to the bank, okay? That person was allowed to scale that roof. This has happened in the past. People have been shot from roofs. People have been shot from windows. There is a 0% chance that some random person with a rifle was able to scale a roof, unless there was just an unbelievable failure in intelligence. And you want to know why it's unbelievable? Because I don't effing believe it. I don't believe it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's good wherever you are. In this video, we're going to watch Candice Owens lay out her case of why she thinks the Trump assassination was an inside job. The first clip we're going to watch is of her detailing how and why she thinks they're going to cover all this up, and then we're going to watch her assessment of why it's an inside job. Let's get into it.
We are losing this country. I am just absolutely sickened, not even by what just happened, not only by what you just saw, but by what I know is going to follow this, which is dishonest discourse. Dishonest discourse, that's it. We are not going to be told the truth about anything. As far as we're concerned, what happened is already over, because now it's just going to be a massive cover-up where we are not going to show anything. What we do know, okay, following the BLM riots, is that Antifa is an organized cell that is given permission from our federal government, okay? That's what I'm going to present as a fact. You can fact check that, okay? I know, this has not been proven to be true. Evidence, we don't have any evidence to support your claims. Everyone knows what's been happening in this country is organized, okay? Everyone knows that is unacceptable. You have to be a conspiracy theorist to believe that while we caught every grandma on January 6th, we still don't know who dropped off the pipe bombs at the DNC and the RNC headquarters the night before, okay? You have to be a conspiracy theorist or fully asleep or high out of your mind to not believe that elements of what is happening in this country is coordinated and that anybody who is telling the truth, anybody, myself included, is at risk, okay? You can sense their frustration. You can sense the media's frustration because they know that more and more people don't trust them. They know that more and more people are pursuing independent voices because they can look around and see that we are losing this country, that we have very much become a communist country. They're lying about wars. They're lying about what they're doing overseas. We've never been taxed more. The money is going out the door. The inflation is insane, yet we're being told there's some moral cause, something more moral than our own borders. There is a coordinated effort happening at the border. We have fear, I have fear, I'm sure you have fear, that they are planning a false flag attack of some sort. Why else are we getting single men from Kazakhstan coming over the border in droves? They clearly want a world war, and they will do anything to get it. And like I said, study history, actual history, not what you are told, not the garbage that you are taught in school about the things that have happened in this country, about the desperate things that they have done to get what they want, including assassinating prior presidents. You know that what I am telling you is the truth. You feel it. You feel it in your soul. You understand. You're looking around you and you know that things are really bad right now. And while we are blessed beyond measure and we should thank God that Trump survived this, they're not going to stop. They are not going to stop at just this. You guys, what we have right now is former President George W. Bush issued a statement as well. He wrote, "Laura and I are grateful that President Trump is safe following the cowardly attack on his life. And we commend the men and women of the Secret Service for their speedy response." Okay, that's a nice comment. I don't know if we have anything else that is coming in from other people. We also have this from Senator Chuck Schumer. He wrote, "I am horrified by what happened at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania and relieved that former President Trump is safe. Political violence has no place in our country." Okay, I would say I'm nice that everyone's sharing nice words, but these are also people that have very much condoned political violence when it comes to furthering what they want done in this country. Okay, but that's the reality. They are actually okay with political violence as long as they get what they want in the end. And again, going back to my conversation with Don Lemon, he was essentially saying Ashley Babbitt deserved to get what she got on January 6th, but wouldn't say the same for all the police officers who lost their lives throughout the George Floyd riots. Because for them, political violence is a tool to get what they want. And so I am sorry that I do not have the grace or the patience when it comes to people like Senator Chuck Schumer tweeting, pretending that he is not okay with political violence when we know very much they actually are.
She's not wrong when she says that this is all going to be covered up from us. There's so many things, and just in recent memory, right? The Epstein files, the Epstein logs, whatever you want to call them, the transfesto. Steven Crowder's team had to find a copy of that, however they did that, in order for the public to get any information. You know for sure if that was a Trump supporter and not a trans person, you would have known everything about this guy when it comes to the transfesto in about an hour. His whole life would have been on the internet. But this they covered up because it went against their ideology and their agenda. Now, before I get to the other part of Candace's video, I want to show you a great clip that was put together by Milk Bar TV. Shout out to them on Twitter. This shows you from multiple angles what happened. And you can see here that they had a full 2 minutes from the time that they found this deranged lunatic on the roof to stop him. 2 full minutes. The best, most advanced security team in the world. You watch, you tell me what you think.
He was doing his job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with a gorgeous ocean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a senator
What's happening?
and to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here. And it's much tougher than if it happened to be. We're the strongest border ever. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys have access to that chart that I love so much? You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that says, take a look at what happened.
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
We got breaking news. We got breaking news coming in. Shots fired. Seems to be shots fired at the Trump rally. Is he okay? We need to go live right now. We are live right now at the Trump rally. We don't know if President Trump has been shot. We know he hit the ground. We do not know if President Trump has been shot. He's up. He's up. Shots are still continuing to be fired. He's giving a thumbs up, everybody. He's giving a thumbs up. Breaking news right now. This is Vanessa Broussard. Reporting to you live from Butler, Pennsylvania. We hear shots fired at the rally not 10 to 15 minutes after President Trump arrived. He hit the ground. Unheard of yet if he has been hit by gunfire. Secret Service quickly erupted.
We can see the guy there.
The snipers on the building behind the.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
Now that you've seen that, let's get into Candace's case of why she thinks this was an inside job. Let's get it.
Alex Jones predicted this. Yeah, too many people predicted this. And by the way, a lot of people did not understand. Candace, you're turning your back. Why are you supporting Vivek Ramaswamy? Nobody was listening to what Vivek Ramaswamy was saying at the very beginning of this thing. He expressed so clearly what I knew in my heart to be true. He said that it was very obvious to him that they had a plan for Trump, that he believed that they were going to try to make it a two-person race between him and Nikki Haley, and that if that happened, he felt, and this was expressed again by Vivek Ramaswamy, that they could potentially assassinate President Trump. He actually said that. He thought there was always a plan that could have taken place where they could have assassinated Trump. And I have been saying that in interviews, and I'm going, I know, everyone thinks this is a conspiracy theory, but who he picks as his VP matters. Because if his number two is someone that they believe that they can control, whether it's via blackmail, okay, and Epstein-type blackmail, or if it's someone that they believe will be a better option than Trump, they will get rid of him. I hope now nobody is thinking that that's a conspiracy theory. I hope these rumors that he's thinking about, potentially tapping Nikki Haley are complete crap, okay? He needs to tap someone like Thomas Massie. Thomas Massie is someone who cannot be controlled by dollars, who cannot be controlled by lobbying. We need somebody who they would look at and go, actually, that would be a worse option for president. And that is why I truly now believe with what is going on right now, I want Thomas Massie to be the Vice President of the United States. That is my number one pick for President of the United States, for Vice President of the United States is Thomas Massie, given what is going on right now. Because I believe he is the only person in Congress who has shown that, or one of the only people in Congress, I should say, who has exemplified that he will not be controlled and that he doesn't care about being liked. Again, this is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. What do you got? All right, guys, so we have a 4-minute video that's coming in right now of somebody who alleges to have actually seen the shooting. So this is somebody who's on the ground, actually witnessed the shooting. Obviously, you could see the faces of the people behind and just how confused and shocked they were.
And we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here, I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? This is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but
sure. But
it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
Were you outside the security perimeter?
Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Trump flag on the horse?
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of her?
No, he asked me if I saw a horse.
Okay.
You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Let me say something right now. Take this to the bank, okay? That person was allowed to scale that roof, okay? I am not some individual who's trying to assess the situation and have never been around the President of the United States. While Trump was in office, okay, was around him a lot. And let me tell you something. The Secret Service, there is no person that can get around the perimeter of the Secret Service where Donald Trump is without them being aware of it. I am not kidding when I say that my husband once almost got shot by the Secret Service because he came down a staircase. I was speaking at the NRA, and he snaked in and came down, and they didn't know who he was. And they were like, freeze, 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 freeze. Like, we will shoot you right now. So you're telling me that guy walked up and was trying to get the attention, and the Secret Service saw him, and he's pointing, and he's saying, this guy's got a gun, this guy's got a gun, and they're pretending they don't know what's going on? I mean, am I crazy? Do you guys actually believe this was a failure in intelligence? All of these Secret Service agents crawling around, and you don't think just what that guy said, that is common sense, okay? They're trying to now tell us that common sense is a conspiracy. That is the new thing that they're trying to tell the public. Common sense is a conspiracy. You're telling me this guy was able to walk up with a rifle in his hand and scale a roof, and you don't think the Secret Service, and let me tell you, they get there days before. Let me tell you how a security apparatus is supposed to run. Days before, they get in and they look at every possible angle in which somebody could hurt the president, okay? And I'm not even talking about once you get to the Secret Service. I'm talking about if you just have security in general. Before you speak, they will go, hey, this is the stage? Okay, let me tell you, that right there is a problem. They'll mark that as a spot. That right there is a problem. That part, we need to know who this person is. They'll knock on doors, okay? They got to figure out every possible angle that any individual could potentially get on a roof, because you know what? This has happened in the past. People have been shot from roofs. People have been shot from windows. There is a 0% chance that some random person with a rifle was able to scale a roof, unless there was just an unbelievable failure in intelligence. And you want to know why it's unbelievable? Because I don't effing believe it. I don't believe it. I want the names of the Secret Service agents that allowed this remarkable security failure to go down. Because I don't believe this. I'm done with this. I don't believe this, not for 1 second. Having been around the president, having literally almost watched my husband get shot because he came down the wrong set of stairs at the NRA, screaming at him. And I jump in front of someone like, don't shoot him. That's my husband. And you're telling me they knew he was going to speak and they weren't worried about the roofs? A roof with an angle to shoot the president. This guy says 50 yards away. He watched this. And it wasn't like he scaled it silently. That guy looks incredulous because he knows it is incredulous, okay? They're asking, well, what do you mean? Did you tell me? Yeah, I told them. I'm sitting here going like this, right here. Someone has a rifle on a roof. This man was allowed time to set up. Do you understand what that witness is telling us right there? Now he's dead. Oh, then suddenly they snapped back into life, guys, and they just took him out. They blew his head off. Nothing to see here, guys. He missed his shot. And he's an Antifa person. Antifa has nothing to do with the state. Let me ask you something, world. Do you buy this shit? Oh, yeah, do you buy it? Do you buy it? Because if you're buying this, I'm about to sell you guys all sorts of stuff. If you're buying this narrative that's coming out slowly, I'm a Nigerian prince. Answer my emails. Send me $1 million. Give me your credit card digits. Because I'm not buying this. I am not buying this because I know better. I know better because I have been around the President of the United States. When he was a sitting President of the United States, I know how the Secret Service operates. Okay? There is no, oh my God, emergency. They would freak out if you even did this and jumped too much. You might get shot when you are near the president. When he is actually on stage, they would have scaled everywhere around. Listen to me, okay? They would have scaled everywhere. In fact, in a normal situation, one of them would have been stationed so that they could just be watching in case there was someone that you had to shoot. That's pretty regular after, a president got shot in broad daylight way back when. I'm not buying this. I am literally not buying this at all.
Candace makes a good point here, and I've been on X for the last, I'm always on there anyway, but there's a lot of people making this case, and it's a valid one with everything that's coming out. Now, I'm going to play a video here. This is a former Green Beret, and he, in my opinion, lays it out pretty well for anybody who's not familiar with how security service works, what should have happened, or what would have happened before when Trump was speaking at this rally in order to keep him safe, and if they didn't do that, probably proves that, something is afoot. Let's listen up.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm here to tell you why the shooting of President Donald Trump yesterday, without a doubt in my mind, was a planned and coordinated attack on the president inside our government, our local agency, or police force. Here's why. My name is Matthew Murphy, and I am a retired Green Beret, retired from this Special Forces group, but I'm also a level 1 sniper, which means that I have graduated the highest level of training for snipers that you can do in special operations. We're trained, I'm going to avoid confidential or classified terminology, we're trained in assassinations and counter-assassinations for the very reason, case in point, yesterday, the shooting of President Donald Trump. So, first of all, anywhere the president's going to go, there are teams from the Secret Service that go out days, if not weeks, if not months, before the president will ever be at that spot. And they do a site security assessment. And they do that with the local police forces and agencies to ensure that every potential security threat or vulnerability is secured and, of course, protected against. Now, this is done way before Donald Trump will ever get there, and they know every place that the president will be. And the sniper team especially is responsible for ensuring that no one can take a shot at the president. Now, that does not mean that the sniper team just sets up with their guns and scans the crowd and shoots. No, what they do, the most important thing they do pre-Donald Trump showing up, is within a 360-degree environment of that podium of the president, they ensure that there is not a place that is open that will be accessible by someone with a rifle to take a shot at the president. So they make sure those places are barricaded off, inaccessible, and heavily guarded, so there is no way you are going to get to the place where you can even shoot the president with a rifle before the president shows up. Then they scan the crowd and those places of the rifle just in case by some miracle you do. Now, you're not going to tell me, I don't care who you are, don't listen to the media, nonsense anyways. I think most of us know that by now. That some 20-year-old kid that looks like he played Dungeons and Dragons in his mom's basement is trained on a gun, especially a sniper rifle like that, is a registered Republican, and then can access anywhere near the vicinity of that crowd, of that event, with him not dressed in a uniform and that sniper rifle. He was wearing American flag t-shirt and pants, and he had a rifle. You're going to tell me that that kid went through all the levels of security, somehow got into the closest building to the president, then accessed the rooftop of the closest building to the president, then had the time to unpack his rifle, lay down in the prone, and then take 5 to 8 well-aimed shots at the president before he was decisively engaged by the Secret Service's counter sniper teams or a local police department. I don't know who they were. Most likely police. You're going to tell me all that happened and a 20-year-old kid did that without it being heavily planned, coordinated, and people on the inside making it happen? There's absolutely no way possible that that kid was able to get up there and take those shots at the president without a lot of internal help. So someone in that local, or some people inside that local police department, agencies, or Secret Service is compromised and is a threat to our president. So we need to stop worrying about that damn shooter and start worrying about who allowed this shit to happen. And President Trump, if you need an American to protect you who's actually good at sniping and stopping this crap, give me a call. I'll do it for free. Everybody have a good day. God bless.
I think there's a proper case to be made for Candace's opinion here. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Help it grow. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.